It's National Hispanic American Heritage Month. So what does that heritage mean to people here? In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Dan Santella talks with several people about the unique paths that brought them to South Dakota.
The word Hispanic encompasses a lot of different people.
These 5 South Dakota residents all have roots in Latin America. 34-year-old Sioux Falls lawyer Cesar Juarez was born in Mexico. So was 39-year-old Jesus Gonzalez, who works in banking and lives in Sioux Falls. 36-year-old Sioux Falls teacher Ivana Kusianovich is originally from Ecuador. 26-year-old Kimberly Munoz's parents are from Guatemala. She works in banking and lives in Sioux Falls. Finally, 20-year-old Andrea Huete lives in Brookings. Her parents are from Nicaragua, and she's secretary of SDSU's Latin American Student Association. To all 5, I posed the same question. What does Hispanic heritage mean to you?
It means a common denominator, if you will, for several cultures joined into one.
I'm happy that there is a Latin American club. And so knowing that I'm being supported here on campus makes me encouraged.
It literally means just a celebration of how did we come to this point. We weren't always as accepted as we would have wanted to be.
When I hear the word Hispanic, I attribute it to my particular heritage, my Mexican heritage.
Munoz looks at the people who came before.
I think to me, it's gotten more important in my life the older that I get, because I see that my grandparents are getting older, and those stories that I used to not pay attention to when I was a kid, I really value now.
She also looks to the future.
As I get older, I realize that it's something that I get to carry on to the next generation if I ever have kids. So to me, it means that I need to always be informed about my background and my upbringing and how I can continue to pass on the stories and pass on the traditions to the next generation.
They all commented on challenges with being Hispanic or Latino in South Dakota. Gonzalez says there has been a change.
In 2016, there was a drastic change about the tolerance and then just the bluntness of how people reacted to someone being Latino.
People do make bad comments towards me, but other than that, I feel comfortable.
Juarez says challenges could depend on your job.
I'm very privileged in what I do and where I am in life, to where maybe the disadvantages are not as impactful to me, or they don't have as much of an impact on me because of a lot of the privileges that I have in life. But I think there is, if you were to ask the same questions to somebody that's perhaps working a labor work, they may have a very different answer.
Kusianovich and Munoz share comments they've heard.
I think South Dakotans are generally nice people. I've heard comments for teaching in the Spanish immersion program. I've heard comments where, oh, well, why would you teach kids Spanish? You know, things like that.
I would say there are some difficulties, but not to the extreme that it hinders me from finding success in my workplace or friendships or anything like that. But just the other day, someone made a comment that wasn't correct of how, you know, someone said, do you speak Mexican? And that was funny because it's, do you speak Spanish? You know, so I think it's more of a everyday conversational type of issues that arise, more so of not direct attacks.
Stories and experiences like all of these continue to make the United States a melting pot. It's nuanced, complicated, and ongoing, and it wouldn't be American if it were any other way. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Dan Santella.
And don't miss our upcoming National Hispanic American Heritage Month special, which will air on Tuesday, October 6th.